morning. It's not that cold in Nairobi, is it? It's not that cold. I think first of all, I want to begin by saying a big thank you to the organizers for giving Standard Chartered an opportunity to speak in this forum. And this morning, I just want to share context around how consumer banking leverages the digital ecosystem to add value to what our clients are looking for. So what I will do is just share some of the trends that we see globally and within Africa, the implication of those trends, and then showcase what Standard Chartered has done to leverage the ecosystem. So to start us off, okay, I need help. Okay, there you go. Okay, to start us off, I think just to share what are some of the trends that we see happening within the consumer banking space. There's mass migration to mobile banking. And this is something that we all do. We all seated here, we are consumer bankers. I think there's also an integration into everyday life. What consumers are looking at is, don't just give me banking solutions, but how do you then integrate the banking needs I have to what I do in my life every day, everywhere, anytime. And then the need to personalize these solutions. I'm not like everybody else. Everybody goes through a client cycle, and you need to understand at what stage am I in, and then using data, AI, please be able to identify those needs that I have as an individual and tailor-make those needs. There's a lot of talk around partnerships, and I think you can't do this alone. But I guess the most important thing that we all recognize is that partnership gives us reach to new audiences and helps us to break new niches. So it's a whole universe. I guess players and different people within this ecosystem has to decide what are they going to solve for, which area do they want to participate in, where they would make a difference. And then there's the issue around client experience. So yes, it's about digital banking, but what is the experience? And then finally, appreciation of the demographic changes that we are seeing, increase in social and physical mobility, and higher demand for financial services. And so what is the impact of these new trends that we see? I think with the rapid increase of smartphones, it is important that mobile banking apps are increased as well. And not just increase mobile banking apps, but they have to be meaningful. The second bit is around data analytics. Clients are looking for unique offers. And brand loyalty. I know banks are today struggling with brand loyalty. Keeping clients, you acquire clients, but we also face a challenge of attrition. So how do we keep these clients? They need to understand that Gen Z, which constitutes almost 60% of clients that we bank today, are looking for brands that are fun. Very simplified, but fun. So to what extent are banks responding to that need? And then obviously I spoke about partnership, looking at relevant retail brands, and then branch. So there's a big question, are banks going to keep their physical brick and mortar? What will happen in that space? And I'll share with you at Standard Chartered how we look at, that whole topic around physical presence. And then the culture of agility. A colleague of mine says it's about speed with control. So you move with speed, but with control. But I think just, throwing that word of agility is not enough. I think internalizing an organization and banks being able to create a framework that helps employees to be agile and do what it is that they need them to do to solve for customers. And I guess the one thing is, encouraging the value of problem solving, so that as we serve customers, you're able to identify those problems and move with speed to solve for those problems. At the heart of digital ecosystem, there are 3 pillars. And the first one is governance. And this is really where we have the entire society, the rights, the governments. We have the infrastructure pillar, where we have the tech guys coming in, issues around cybersecurity, connectivity, literally just the tech bit of it. And then the digital economy, where the banks come in, the fintechs and everybody else. And I think the critical thing when we talk about digital ecosystem is us realizing that this is the asset we have to take digital banking to the next level. In the next 10 years or so, I don't know whether we can visualize and imagine what this very strong unit of connectedness that we all come together to leverage is going to do in the lives of the people we serve, irrespective of which organization or which industry you play in. And today as banks, I know we talk about partnering to provide banking solutions. But think about it, what about the non-financial solutions? So in 10 years, maybe there'll be no physical banks, I don't know, maybe. But what I can tell you that will be there for sure, consumer needs will have evolved, and we will be expected to be able to partner with relevant people to add value in their lives, both financial and non-financial. And so this is the example of what Standard Chartered has done. When we thought about getting into this space of mobile banking, we said, what do we do to bring bulk banking into the palms of our clients? And so that we digitize all the banking solutions that any consumer banking client would imagine. So today, we have an app. You can transact. We can lend. We can provide insurance. You can invest, both locally and offshore. And you can access the banking services. You know, those basic banking services that you walk into a banking hall to do. We have 70 service journeys available on the app. And then what we do is then, of course, reward you as you transact. But allow me to say this, that in all these solutions, we've not done this alone. We've collaborated with fintechs who are aggregators, whether it's on the transaction side. We've partnered with telcos. We've partnered from an investment perspective. We've partnered with fund houses, both locally and internationally. And so you realize that this has made life very easy to our clients. And compare this channel to the physical banking channel that we have. The truth is, if you look at the data that we have, the footfall into our physical branches has dropped significantly by almost 70%. That 96% of our customers today use Standard Chartered mobile app to transact. And it's scary. It's scary. And why is it scary? That even with what we've done today, that we are so excited about, we've still not fulfilled the non-financial aspect. And the non-financial is anything, including how do we help the young people appreciate banking, money, our children. How? Advisory from an investment perspective, because we all appreciate it becomes a bit complex when we talk advisory. Issues of succession. We've seen senior citizens who are wealthy and they're at the stage where they want to hand over their wealth to their children. That advisory element, how do we bring it to the app? We still don't have those solutions. So the point I'm trying to make here is that the digital ecosystem is a very strong asset. But the challenge we all then have we fully leveraged the end-to-end opportunity, and so that we solve both financial and non-financial needs of our consumers. And then finally, just to showcase what we are doing with our physical branches. If you look at the Kenya industry today, I think Standard Chartered has the lowest number of branches. We have 22 branches, and we play in Tier 1 bank, where our competitors have, I think, close to over 150 branches. And the big question, and I know clients have always raised concern, but reality is, like I said, using data to understand client behavior and the change of what they do. If you are in business, it doesn't make economic sense to continue having those humongous branches, because nobody walks in. And I dare you walk into our Kenyatta Avenue branch anytime during the day. It looks like a ghost branch. 20 years ago when I started banking, we used to have very long queues. And I think we used to have like 25 or 30 tellers ready to serve clients. We've reduced that number to almost 5 or 7 tellers. And this continues to evolve. And so what do we do with that space? How do we optimize that space? Not to say that physical presence is not important. In fact, at a strategic level, our participating model as a bank, we say digital first with human touch. And so an example of, the branch that we launched last year in partnership with Art Cafe at Britam in Upper Hill, we have a digital branch there that is managed by one staff. This staff is a universal banker, well-trained across all levels of banking to be able to respond to clients' needs. We do not have a safe, there's no vault there, but we have CDMs, machines, that are able to receive and pay cash. We have check deposit machines for clients who still need over-the-counter services. But what this employee then does, largely, is to provide that advisory service. So there are clients who are looking to buy mortgages, to buy homes. There are clients who are looking to invest. There are SMEs who are looking to start off accounts, to open accounts. That is what she does. And we were equally shocked that that channel has now become an acquisition channel, where we are bringing in new business at a very fast rate. Yeah? And really, this is the profile of clients that we are able to serve within consumer banking. Whether they are at entry level, the young people who are looking to start up, all she'll do is just to guide them to go to our digital platform and open accounts. And so this is just an example. So we are testing this concept. We still have the branches. We are testing this concept. And who knows? If the demand is high, then we'll scale. Who knows? We might end up having almost 100 of, such physical presence in future. But this is dictated by what consumers are looking for, not what we think we should be doing as a bank. I think as I conclude, the solutions that we come up with are informed by client voice. We spend a lot of money in doing client surveys. And clients speak to us very loudly, every month, through all our channels, very loudly of what they want. The last that we did, they said, what is important to them is the education of their children, their health, and to retire with dignity. So those 3 things, it's up to us as a bank to figure out how do we solve for them. And then I go back to this ecosystem, digital ecosystem, to look for who do I partner with to solve this problem for my consumers. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That's all I had to share with you.